Looking for the green from Chance Stevens. Here they come. Off turn 4, and we're off. First race of the night is underway. Stroshine gets it through the gears and into turn 2 first and takes it down the backstretch. Stroshine, Hasbrook, Lorenzetti, Davis, Clayton, Lavoie, and Alexander as they dice it off the turn. Your leader will be the 3. Quickly, Hasbrook goes underneath and takes that spot right back, and as the 3 falls quickly off the pace, it'll be Hasbrook, Lorenzetti, Clayton, and Alexander, followed by Davis. So we've got a new leader after 2 laps. Hasbrook still has the lead. Lorenzetti second. Alexander working his way up the outside. Then it'll be Clayton running in 4th, and Felton has moved up to the 5th spot. Halfway, coming up now, off the turn. Hasbrook still having a good run and holding on to that lead. Alexander moves up 1 spot. Past Lorenzetti, slips him back to 3rd. Clayton 4th, Felton 5th. Stevens pulls out in the 8th. Looking to complete 5 laps. No change. Felton now starts to work the outside. Lorenzetti a little bit loose going down into 2. Felton all of a sudden gets the bite. Cranks it up and picks up a spot. Hasbrook still holding him off. Looking strong. On the outside, Alexander maintains his spot. Takes the high side. Felton comes off turn 2, and he'll pick off another one. Working his way up to the front. Lorenzetti holds the low side for 3rd. We've got 1 lap remaining, and Hasbrook continues to hold the lead. Alexander goes 2nd, and now they run wheel to wheel in turn 2. It's Hasbrook and Alexander, Felton, Lorenzetti, and Clayton. And looking for the dice off the turn. Here they come down for the checkers. Hasbrook low, Alexander high. Hasbrook at the line. Hasbrook will pick up the win, holds him off. And came back again Sunday to pick up the win, so he's got 3 to his credit now. Here they come, 8 laps, looking for green, off the turn. Who's going to have it? To the line, Blackmore. Blackmore and Krajewski. Clayton, Lashaway, and Wenzel. Krajewski working the outside, takes it deep into turn 3, way up in the banking where it flattens out. Off the line they come, and it'll still be Blackmore with the lead. 1 change as they come across the line. Now Krajewski tries again. Wenzel is moving up. So is Clayton, and out of the back of the pack, Kamansky. The change up front, Krajewski, Clayton, now Wenzel. Then Lashaway and Clayton as they begin to get themselves warmed up a little bit, and those tires start to work for him. Krajewski has the lead. Blackmore, Wenzel, Lashaway, and Kamansky. Then it's DeRozier, Alexander, Clayton, Cody, and Pollard. Krajewski hanging on as they come down to complete lap 4, halfway. Krajewski, Blackmore a little bit loose, and that's Wenzel's opening as he heads to the outside. Here comes Kamansky up to take over that 3rd spot if he can do it. Completing 5. Let's check that. Two to go. It's Krajewski, Wenzel, Kamansky, Blackmore. 1 lap to go. Krajewski hanging on tight. Krajewski, Kamansky now. Wenzel, DeRozier, Blackmore, Alexander, and Lashaway. Coming down for the checkered flag. Joe Krajewski trying to hold him off, and he does it. Krajewski, Kamansky, Wenzel. is in the 66, and he's coming down to take a green right now. Here they come, 8 laps, and it'll be Zellman on the outside, Trevor Block on the inside. Then look out, Burgess gets tapped trying to squeeze through a hole that wasn't really there, and it's going to be the 66 on top after round 1. Running second is the 39 of Zellman. Running third, the 87 for Living Good. Burgess in the 4X crossed the line in fourth, and fifth will be the 52 of Kevin Bowmaster. As we complete 2, Block is pulling away. It's 66-39. 4X. 87. 66, 4X, 39, 97. Check that. 97 and 87. And Block looks real strong at the halfway mark. Looks real good. Burgess now runs second. Third will be the 97 for John Mallett. Fourth now the 29 for Glenn Brio. And fifth will be the 39 of Zellman. Dropping out is the 23 of Robichaud. 2 laps remaining now as they come across the line, and Trevor Block looks real strong. He could be a favorite to win his first feature tonight. Burgess second. Here's the battle for third, Mallett and Brio, then Zellman, Living Good, and Bowmaster. White flag coming out now for Trevor Block, uncontested and a quarter of a lap ahead. 1 lap remaining for Burgess in the 4X. Here's the battle for third, Mallett and Brio picks it up as they cross the line. Zellman fifth, Living Good sixth, 7th is Bowmaster. Here, this checkered flag for your winner. And it's Trevor Block, Burgess, Brio, Mallett, Zellman, Living Good, and Bowmaster rounding it out. And Cashman. 8 laps, 7 to qualify. Here they come. Cashman has him at the line. It won't count till they come around again. Cashman and Corliss hub to hub off turn 2. Corliss trying to hold the line. Dives low. Cashman holds right in there next to him, gets a little loose. They trade some paint. Corliss will have the lead. Cashman second, Cook third. Puchowski fourth. He'll trade places with Meany. They bang and thump. Corliss still hanging on to the lead. Cook trying to slide up inside Cashman. They nearly trade paint as they complete lap number 2, and it'll be Cook by a bumper. It's Corliss, Cook, Cashman, Meany, and Stymist has moved into the 5th spot. Don Corliss trying to hold her down as he comes to the line. 3 laps on top. Corliss, Cook, Meany, Cashman. And Meany starts to put the moves on as they head into the turn. He's got to the outside of Cook. Cashman in trouble, comes together with Stymist into the wall again. Stymist in the wall, and we'll have to have a caution for this one as he and Cashman come together. Caution light is out. And that'll reset everything for us because, of course, the guys in 4th and 5th got cleaned out. Goes out on the hook. The guys will have to work on the front end. And Tom Cashman, waiting for some help, looks like he needs a push in or a push start. Our first caution of the evening in competition here. Green's out again, and this time it's Meany to the front. Meany, Corliss, Steve Drew, Puchowski, Curley, and Cook, all that remain. Meany on the hammer, dirt tracks it off 4 and completes 5 laps. Corliss holding off Drew. Drew looks to the inside. No room with 2 laps to go. Corliss holding it down low. Meany way out in front now. Really putting a hammer to it. One lap remains. Dave Meany in a little bit hard. Hits the brake and straightens it out. Drew underneath Corliss. Here comes Pochalski, dives inside. Corliss drops low and slams the door on him, trying to protect that third spot. The checkers are out. Dave Meany slides it off the turn, heats up the right rear, takes the win. Drew, Corliss, Cook, Pochalski, and Curley. Pochalski lifted about a second too soon, and Cookie poured it on to pick up the fourth spot. Here they come. Looking for green. Billy Dunn's got it. Gary Knight's got the lead. Knight, Alger, Colson, Goodenough and Marquis, Rugg, Rollins, and Boniface. Hightower gets it loose. Here comes Colson into second. Marquis up the inside looking for third. Knight, Colson, Marquis, Alger, Goodenough, Rollins, Boniface, and Rugg. Hyde pulls out to 21. Here comes Rob Goodenough into the fourth spot. Fifth is Alger, Rollins 6th, Boniface 7th. Roger Raymond runs 8th. 9th is Rugg. Then Beckwith and Hightower. Knight holding on to his lead. The battle for second, Marquis and Colson. Colson's had trouble staying low all year long, and Marquis doesn't do a lot better. Down low, it's Marquis as Colson gets way up in the marbles. Rob Goodenough moves into third. Rollins fifth now. Knight, Marquis, Goodenough, Colson, Rollins, Boniface, Alger, Raymond, and Rugg. Beckwith and Hightower. Hightower has a wicked push. He's going to have to drive in harder and hit it hard coming out. Marquis beginning to close the margin now on Gary Knight. Knight, Marquis, Goodenough, Colson, Rollins, Boniface, Raymond trying to get inside the 17 of Alger, can't quite do it. Raymond working the outside, trying to move up. Marquis, with 2 laps to go, closes in on the bumper of Gary Knight. Marquis and Knight, the battle for the lead now. Marquis stays on the high side. Knight takes him out to the wall. Knight on the brakes, Marquis on the inside, 1 lap to go. Here they are for the line. Marquis inside. Marquis down low, turn 2, side by side on the backstretch. Marquis into 3, has the lead. Here's the checkered flag, and Jerry Marquis has the win. Knight second, Goodenough, Colson, Rollins, Boniface 6th, 7th is Raymond, 8th is Rugg, 9th is Beckwith and Alger, 10th, and 11th goes to Hightower. Good battle for the lead. Marquis comes out, picks up the win over Gary's time. Here they come, looking for green, off the turn. Reynolds and Mallory. Mallory on the outside of Reynolds as they come off turn 2. Mallory by a wheel. Zeidema into third. Gravel 4th. Karen 5th. Corliss 6th. 7th is Nipper. The 21 goes around, as does the 0. McLean will sit across the track, and the caution will come out. Caution time, everybody goes high. Now, let's... In fact, those 2 winners that came up, I should have given you a pack so you can come back and get them. All right, here they come, looking for green this time. Reynolds, Mallory with the edge off the turn. Rob and Mallory, Lenny Reynolds. Then it's Zeidema, Gravel, and Karen. The dice for third. Zeidema on the low side. Gravel stuck behind Reynolds, and it'll be Zeidema for second. Karen into fourth. Gravel kicked back to fifth. Reynolds stuck on the outside. Runs wheel to wheel with Punky Karen. Gravel looks low, and he'll follow Karen through in turn 4. Reynolds fights the wheel, drops back to fifth. Mallory, Zeidema, Karen. Gravel, Runnels, Corliss, and Batchelor. Alsop and Goodenough. Baker and McLean. Freight train it down the front straightaway. Mallory works to the high side. Zeidema down to the low side. Zeidema muscles his way underneath. Holds his ground, and Karen follows him through. Zeidema made a big hole, let everybody underneath. Karen rubs off the back bumper of Zeidema and into second. Mallory trying to hold third. Here's Gravel to the inside. Off the turn, it'll be Gravel. Runnels and Batchelor fighting it out for fifth. Batchelor and Runnels come together off the turn. Corliss will dive underneath that mishap. It is Zeidema, Karen, and Gravel. Mallory, look out. Runnels loses it with a tire down, perhaps. No, just overdrove it. Karen working the outside of Zeidema with 2 laps to go. Here he is to the inside, off the turn. Bucky Karen and Jeff Zeidema into one. It's Karen, Zeidema, and Karen motors on by. Caution flag comes out for a spinning Alsop. Bucky Karen put a smooth move on Zeidema down inside 4, but it may go for naught as they bring down a caution in lap number 9. Klein, Runnels, Goodenough, and Alsop. Here they come. Karen on the gas first, slides down low at turn 4 and takes the green. Zeidema right up the inside with no running room. Karen pitches him off turn 2. Zeidema's got Gravel on his back bumper. Zeidema trying to get inside Karen as they come through the turn, and Gravel going to the outside. 1 lap left. Karen, Zeidema, Gravel. Then it's Mallory, Batchelor, and Corliss. Gravel goes to the outside of Zeidema again. Here comes the checkered flag. It'll be Punky Karen. Jeff Zeidema, Gravel, Mallory, Batchelor, Corliss, Baker. Then it's Runnels, McLean, Goodenough, and Nipper Alsop. Good run. Mass and the 11 giving away a couple of his t-shirts tonight. Ed Stone from Montague. Here they come. Look for the green. There it is. Johnson pulls up high, and that opens the door for Stone. Stone and everybody run right underneath him. It's Stone, Johnson, Drug. Meany and Shepard. Stone pulls away. Drug goes second. Johnson fades quickly. Shepard moves up the inside. Here comes Bouchard trying to make room down low. And they do. Johnson trying to get back in line. Opens the door up for Meany on the outside. Tom Stone, Roger Shepard. Then it's Bouchard, Drug, Batchelor, Brio, Meany, and Stone. Wayne Tack trying to slide underneath Stone. Johnson as well at the back of the pack. And Barry Gray is stuck way back there. Tom Stone, Shepard, Bouchard, Drug with Batchelor banging on his bumper. Drug stays low. Brio goes inside. Batchelor goes outside. Batchelor stuck on the outside groove, and they just dive in there. Meany gets into the back of Drug. Halfway. Stone, Shepard, Bouchard, Brio, Stone, Batchelor, then Meany, Drug, and finally, look out, Shepard in trouble. Shepard dirt tracks it, brings it back. He may have a tire going down, and Bouchard's going to look underneath. Shepard's going to have trouble in the turn. Here he comes. Pulls Bouchard off again. Tom Stone right up in there, way up front. Whoa, Bouchard trying to make some running room for himself. 2 laps to go. Shepard in high. Here's the opening if he can find it. Roger Shepard. Now he's got it hooked up again, and Bouchard can't make a move. White flag for leader Tom Stone. Roger Shepard second, the 48 third, then the 11-29, 7 and 5. Coming down for the checkers, it's Stone for the win. Shepard, Bouchard, Ed Stone, Eddie Brio, Meany, Batchelor. Then Barry Gray, Drug, the Tacker, and Johnson. And Fitzgerald, Patnode, Sutherland, Weaver, Foster, Bree, and Creamer. Here they come. Into one, it's Ferrulo and Jarvis. Newcomb, Fitzgerald, Patnode, and Bree. Weaver, Creamer, Foster, and Sutherland. Down low, Ferrulo holds it. Jarvis loose, points it down the straightaway and holds on to second. Ferrulo holds that lead through two. Ferrulo, Jarvis, Newcomb, Bree, Patnode, Fitzgerald, Weaver, Creamer, Foster, and Sutherland. Two separate fields having their own battles going on. Look out. Weaver takes Creamer out. Creamer spins to the inside of turn two and pulls it back on the track. Ferrulo, Newcomb, Jarvis, and Bree up front. Weaver gets a black flag warning as they shuffle the deck on the front row. Ferrulo holds on. Jarvis and Newcomb battle for second. Bree waits in fourth. Here's Fitzgerald and Patnode. Sutherland works around Weaver. Could be a dangerous spot for him. Creamer playing catch up halfway now. Ferrulo. Bree works down the inside. Newcomb on the outside. Bree trying to stick it down inside Ferrulo. Ferrulo trying to hold him down. Billy Bree will look for the lead out turn four. He hits it low. Down off the line. Bree has the lead. Jarvis having trouble. Newcomb works the outside. Here's Bree, Ferrulo, Jarvis and Newcomb. Newcomb third, Jarvis fourth. Fitzgerald fifth. Patnode, Foster, Sutherland, Weaver, and Creamer. Trouble on the four car, and he falls off the pace. Jarvis in the four, pulls it down. It's Bree, Ferrulo. Newcomb, Fitzgerald, Patnode fifth. Sixth is Foster, seventh is Sutherland. Then Weaver eighth, Creamer ninth, and Creamer's closing in on Weaver. Keep your eye on him. There could be some bumper thumping with one lap to go. Weaver spins and Creamer goes by. Caution is out. Creamer gets the black flag, and Weaver uses up his tires. Not a smart move to spin tires like that. Flat tire on the Jarvis car. We've got one lap left. One lap to go here. Okay. Everything's quiet. Dig out those tickets here. Still looking for ticket number 2783. Here they come. This time it's green checker. Bill Bree, Ferrulo, Newcomb, Patnode, Foster, Sutherland, and Fitzgerald. Off the turn they come. Bree picks it up. Ferrulo goes second. Newcomb, Patnode, Foster, Sutherland, and Fitzgerald will be the qualifiers. Here they come, looking for green. Schofield to the front. Outside row gets the jump behind Schofield. Wheeler caught in the middle. Rudolph caught down low, trying to find some running room underneath Wheeler. Can't do it there. Schofield, Kirby Monteith, Jarvis, D'Alessandro, Radwick, and Ball. Schofield way up in the marbles. Rudolph and Batchelor moving up from behind. Brian Schofield in very deep. Here's Kirby Monteith inside. Monteith, Jarvis, Schofield, D'Alessandro, Radwick, and Ball. Then comes Rudolph and Batchelor. coming up. Monteith and Jarvis battle for the lead. Black flag from Maroka. He's leaking something. Here comes Jarvis inside again on Monteith. Radwick trying to move up. Monteith in deep. Jarvis trying one more time. Monteith with a little bit more motor. D'Alessandro trying to get inside Schofield with 2 laps to go. The battle for the lead right to the line. 2 laps. Radwick starts to work the outside on D'Alessandro to work into 4th. Here it is, 1 lap. Monteith, Jarvis, Schofield, Radwick, D'Alessandro, Ball, Rudolph. Checkered flag coming up. Monteith and Jarvis to the line. Monteith, Schofield, Radwick, D'Alessandro, Ball, Rudolph, and Batchelor. Good run. They are flying tonight. And Bodge, Townsend and Cole, Zavisa and DeRoyne, Blake and Bateman, Marquis and Alvaro and Mayer. Brown out front. Up the inside, Townsend right into Cole. Brown, Bodge, Townsend, Cole, Zavisa, DeRoyne, Bateman, Marquis, and Albro. Whoa, Ronnie Bodge in trouble down to the inside. Brings it back on the track. Brown, Cole, Zavisa, Townsend, DeRoyne, Marquis, Bateman, and Albro. Brownie really pouring it on. Halfway now. DeRoyne and Marquis battle for 4th. DeRoyne to the outside, Marquis to the inside. Black flag for Mayer. Brown is staying up front. Trouble, Roy Blake loses it in turn 2, and Cole gets caught in a mess. Tough going. Roy Blake launches a motor in the 29. Blake almost caught the leader in the companion car of Ted Brown. Brown leading, Cole on the outside, Zavisa, Marquis, DeRoyne. Here they come. Cole looks to the outside of Brown. Brown puts a hammer down on the backstretch. Brown, Cole, Zavisa with 2 laps to go. Marquis and Bateman right in there. Brownie holding him off down off turn 2. Lap and a half to go. White flag is out. Brown in deep. Zavisa down low. Brown off the turn alongside Zavisa. Into 2. Brownie and Zavisa. Zavisa takes the edge. Here comes Cole. It'll be, look out, Bodge off the backstretch, it's Cole. Zavisa, Cole, Brown, Bateman. Marquis, DeRoyne, and Albro with a little tap on DeRoyne for something.
4 alongside another rookie, Kevin Blackmore Jr. with car number 12. And here they come, heading into turn number 3, looking for a green. Hasbrook, Blackmore, Krajewski, Lorenzetti, and Davis are your top 5, and the green flag is out. Into turn number 1, it is Hasbrook darting off the second turn into the lead with car 24, but here comes Blackmore up on the high side with car 12. Hasbrook gets a good advantage coming off the turns, but Blackmore gets them right back in the straightaways with 1 lap complete down into turns 1 and 2 once again. Hasbrook using the inside, holds on to the lead. Chris Lashaway is all out of shape down the back straightaway. They go 3 wide, scrambling through turns 3 and 4. Back up front, it's still Hasbrook. Now Krajewski looking to move into the second spot with car 60. He does so as Blackmore drops off the pace just a bit back to the 4th spot. And now Krajewski apparently with a problem in car number 60. Going into turn 3, he slowed considerably, but now has seemed to have picked up the pace once again. Lorenzetti, however, moves into second, dropping Krajewski to third. Here comes Chris Wenzel on the high side. Car number 03 looking to move into the top 3. The leader of the event continues to be the Chris Hasbrook, number 24. Further back in the pack, we see Fred Felton, the point leader, working his way through traffic. Following him through, George Kamansky in car 22. Also, Gail Lavoie looking to move up with car 66 right in front of them. Chris Hasbrook maintains the lead down the back straightaway. Here comes Lauren Lorenzetti in car 41. He gives Hasbrook a tap on the rear bumper and looks to move into contend. Car number 60, Joe Krajewski, is down low in the battle for third alongside Chris Wenzel in car number 03. And here comes Kirk Alexander, car 44X, attempting to go 3 wide, but he backs out wisely as they go into turn 3. Chris Hasbrook in car 24 still holding off Lorenzetti's charge to the front of the field with car 41. Lorenzetti now heads to the high side, can't make it stick, and Hasbrook will hold on for yet another lap. Chris Wenzel now begins to catch our lead twosome, and Kirk Alexander has moved up into the 4th spot. Lorenzetti all out of shape down the back straightaway as Hasbrook was on the brakes coming off of turn 2. Here comes Wenzel to the high side of the racetrack with car number 03. The Jeans Ford and Chevrolet car heads up the high side of the racetrack, and here comes Kirk Alexander in the 44X looking to move in. Hasbrook still out in front in car 24. Wenzel gets taken right to the high side of the racetrack as he and Lorenzetti go around the car number 8 of Bill Rathburn. Rathburn goes a lap down and becomes a traffic problem. Chris Hasbrook continues to lead. Lorenzetti second, Wenzel third, Kirk Alexander fourth, Krajewski, Beef Alexander, George Kamansky, Fred Felton, Chris Davis, and Kevin Clayton among the top 10 cars. It is still the 24 of Hasbrook looking for his first win ever. Wenzel is now up to second, and third is now Kirk Alexander as Lorenzetti drops back to 4th but is not giving up. Here comes Wenzel to the high side of the racetrack, looking to take the lead spot away from the Hasbrook car. Here comes Kirk Alexander. He's going to squeeze right in between the two, and he looks to move into the lead. Hasbrook is doing an excellent job holding on to the low side of the racetrack where he is maintaining the number 1 spot. George Kamansky has caught the lead pack. He's now up to 4th with car 22. Lorenzetti back to 5th. Felton is 6th, then it's Beef Alexander and Joe Krajewski. Here comes Kirk Alexander to the high side. And he gets a little bit out of shape as we have a spin off of turn number 2. That is the Chris Lashaway car. Car number 45 goes around with about 5 laps remaining in the competition. First caution of the mini stock feature event on lap number 15. It's faded just a couple of spots. Keep an eye on the Kirk Alexander number 44X hungry for racing room as he taps Hasbrook repeatedly down the back straightaway, and here they come. The 24 setting the pace. The green flag is out and down to the line, already heading to the outside. It's Kirk Alexander, car 44X. George Kamansky gets a little crossed up coming off of turn 2, and we've got a yellow with several cars coming together in turn number 1. It is Kevin Clayton, Art Goodhine, and it appears to be the number 17 car of Chris Davis to bring out another caution. Time with the 03 car as we are set to go to green this time by. Hasbrook gets off to a much better start this time as He brings the field around. The green flag is out, and once again to the outside, it's Kirk Alexander. Hasbrook shuts the door. Here comes Alexander down low. They touch. Here comes George Kamansky on car 22. Down to the inside. He's up to second. Hasbrook holds the low groove. Kamansky up to second. Third is Kirk Alexander. Then it's Lauren Lorenzetti and Fred Felton. Kamansky heads to the high side with car 22, and he is about to take the lead as they go into turn 3. He's got it. George Kamansky edges out Chris Hasbrook and moves into the number 1 spot with 3 laps remaining. The Pelham Auto number 22 is now the leader, with Hasbrook trying desperately to hold on to that second position. Fred Felton gets crossed up as Wenzel becomes a slight distraction. Car number 03 looked as if he may have given Felton some room, but so was not the case. And another tough break for Wenzel as he pulls off the pace. Less than 2 laps remaining for the George Kamansky machine. White flag is in the air. Hasbrook runs second, continuing to hold off the pressure from Kirk Alexander. Lauren Lorenzetti feeling some pressure of his own as Beep Alexander is now looking to move up. Time is running out, but not for George Kamansky. He takes his 4th win of the season with car 22. Hasbrook for a great run for the second spot.
Good run for Chris Hasbrook. I try it. Okay, we'll bag it. We've officially bagged the trackside microphone for the night. Enduro ranks both full-size and mini-stock Enduros, and rolls on to collect himself his 4th checkered flag of the season. That certainly can't hurt his standings in the mini-stock point race, although he's got a long way to go to catch up to everybody because he didn't get started. He's already worked himself up to the top 10 so far this season. Can't complain about that. There's George Kamansky, your winner tonight. 4 wins, 3 in a row so far. Out of the back of the pack and on the gas. Okay, while they're doing that down there, we've got stuff to give away. We've got some more stuff to give away up here. We got tons of cookies.
The 17X Tom Cashman and the 89 for Kevin Stymus rounds out the field as we get set to go to green in the strictly stock feature event. Here they come off of turn number 4. The green flag is out. Zellman gets the best start, and he heads off into the lead with car 39. Corliss tucks in for second. Battle for third, which results in Corliss holding on to second, Block third, while Pachalski is all out of shape with car 37M. John Malik goes by. They're 3 wide heading into turn number 1 with Steve Drew moving up nicely in car 17. So it is Zellman, former Stone car. Anyway, Joe Zellman is your leader. Don Corliss second. Third is Travis Block. Fourth is the 32 of Richard Cook. Then in 5th, it's Jason Limigood, who comes off the turn way up high and opens up the door to Ron Burgess, who's 6th. John Mallett is 7th. Tom Curley is 8th. Steve Drew and Glenn Brio round out the top 10. Back up front, Don Corliss with a great move to the inside. A good run for car number 11 as he heads down to the low side of the racetrack and is about to take the number 1 spot. He does, coming off of turn 4, Don Corliss. Car number 11 with a great run. Travis Block is up to second. Joe Zellman back to third. Cookie Cook is 4th, and then 5th is Ron Burgess. Amazing move by Corliss, and now he's about to be disposed of by Travis Block in car 66 Vermont. Block dirt tracks it off turn number 2, but he holds on and is now in the number 1 spot as they go down through turns 1 and 2. And 3 and 4. Now Block takes the lead on the front straightaway. For good, he's got a car length advantage over the Corliss machine. Zellman fading fast with car 39. A tough break for him. Having a good run at the beginning of the event. Corliss gets sideways. Trouble in turn 4. Stymist is again in trouble, also involved. Richard Cook, and the yellow flag is out. Walt Pachalski also involved. Yellow is out on lap 7. He was about 7th when we completed that lap after getting tagged by the Corliss machine. So that's why Cook was placed back a couple of spots. It's Travis Block, your leader, over Ron Burgess, Tom Curley, Joe Zellman, Glenn Brio, Jason Livingood, Cookie Cook, John Mallett, Dave Meany, and Steve Drew in the top 10, and the green flag is back out. Down to the line into turns 1 and 2, Travis Block in the 66 Vermont is your leader. Running in the number 2 spot is Burgess, but here comes Curley down low with car number 40, and Glenn Brio moving up in the number 29 Mass. Joe Zellman trying desperately to hold on, apparently a mechanical problem for our early leader in this event, car 39, fading fast. A tough break for Zellman as Mallett goes by and moves up to 5th. Up front, Block, Curley, Brio, and Burgess are the top 4, with Mallett up to 5th now. A good run for the 97 and also a good run for the 87 of Jason Livingood, who is now trying to overcome Joe Zellman and move into the 6th position, as the two of them have been running in the top 10 throughout this entire event. Livingood goes by. We've got a battle right up front for the 2nd spot as Tom Curley and Glenn Brio go at it. Brio on the high side in the 29 Mass. Curley tags him and gets all out of shape, and Brio goes by. Now looks to maneuver past Travis Block for the lead spot. It's Brio on the high side in the 29 Mass. Multi-time feature event winner going to work on our leader Block into turn 3. He's got the advantage. Block dirt tracks it just a bit. Coming off the turn, it's Brio at the line. Trouble over in turn number 2 as Walt Pachalski has gone around. He's back and running with car 37M. Back up front, Brio, and here comes Curley to the high side of Block in the battle for 2nd. Did I say Brio? I meant Curley. Curley to the high side. Tom Curley, car number 40, is tied with the Brio car for the lead. And he's looking to kind of not stretch things out too much. Wants to finish right behind Brio if he can't finish in front of him. And Brio will only have a 2-point advantage if so is the case. So Curley moves up to 2nd. He gets a little loose in turns 3 and 4, but holds on. Block 3rd. Burgess 4th, and catching them is John Mallett. Then it's Dave Meany, Steve Drew, Jason Livingood, Kevin Stymist, and Don Corliss. 4 laps to go for Brio and Curley, who's running 2nd. 3rd is Block. Burgess is 4th, Mallett is 5th. 3 laps to go now for Brio. Two laps left in the competition. Brio heads off turn 4. Heavy smoke from the Meany, number 15 Mass, who's running 6th. White flag this time by Brio, Curley, Block, Burgess, and Mallett, with Meany smoking heavily with the 15 Mass. Kevin Stymist has stopped in turn 2. Checkered flag is in the air. Brio has the win in car 29 Mass. We watch a battle for the 5th spot now, heading off turn 4. Mallett gets 5th over Meany. The win in the strictly stock feature event. Well, Glenn, very tight point battle. Now this puts you 2 points ahead of Curley, who finished 2nd. Been a great season for you.
Well, taking the 2-point lead, it's really going to help on the nervousness because I thought I was going to die today. But it's only 2 points, so we still got to stay out of some trouble. I mean, the biggest people I want to thank today is Toy Town Auto Salvage. They purchased 2 tires for me tonight, and and that enabled me to go around the outside. If I wasn't able to go around the outside, it would have been real hard to get around Tom because he's just so strong to run against. And I really want to thank Hebert Brothers Racing Engines. That's what makes the car go down the straightaway so fast. And I want to thank my father, Steve. He's the one that makes the car go around the corners. And I'd like to thank all the fans for coming out tonight, too. Thank you.
Congratulations. Glenn Brio gets his 9th win of the season with car 29 Mass. Finishing second, Tom Curley with car number 40, and third, a great run for Travis Block with car 66 Vermont.
Down to the lead, it'll be Gary Knight for the lead. On his tail will be Mallory, followed by Runnels, Colson, and Goodenough. Trouble in the turn, Corliss goes around with Batchelor. Also Baker, Bob Goodenough. Whoa, what a mess. Black flag for the 21, who's in the way. John Corliss with a ripped up left rear tire. The Batchelor car, Mike Batchelor in a 44 disabled. Bob Goodenough in the 7 New Hampshire gets torn up, and Bob Baker in the 0 stuck in the grass, may be okay. 34 to go. Gary Knight and Robin Mallory will bring the field up. Mallory trying to inch ahead. Knight holds back. Knight still stays back. Knight still back, still waiting for the green. He's the one that's got to start it, and he's going to pile them all up in the process. We got 2 cars piled up over in the turn, and the caution is out. Watch them bang and thump now as they hit for the turn. Knight didn't want to go. Pole sitter sets the pace. It's up to the pole sitter to get things rolling. You can hear the engines turning up a little bit on the backstretch. Mallory starts ahead again. Here comes Gary Knight. Now they're going to try to start even. Mallory trying to hold it. There's a green and we're off. Mallory to the outside. Gary Knight still on a slow start. Colson goes up and the caution stays out. Again, a bad start by the looks. And I would see what we're going to do with Mr. Mallory's got to wait, I guess. That's what has to happen. He's got to wait. Okay, here they come. Let's see what Knight does this time. Looks even. Here they come. There's the green. It's Knight, Mallory. Knight, Mallory, Colson. Goodenough, Marquis. Seidema in the 15 has broken down. He's off the top of turn 2, and here's another caution. And then he starts up again, naturally. So Seidema goes off the top of number 2 for Alsop and John Corliss. Here they come. Knight trying to hang in there and take the lead. Mallory finds himself on the outside, and Gary Knight will hang on there. Knight, Colson, Mallory, Goodenough, and Marquis. Gary Knight, Junior Colson, Rob Goodenough, Jerry Marquis, and Punky Karen. Now, Goodenough starts to work the outside. Goodenough working working on Colson. Marquis works on Colson. Contact in second and third place. 3 wide, off 4. Marquis goes to second on the inside of Colson. Gary Knight, Junior Colson, Jerry Marquis, Rob Goodenough, and Punky Karen up front. And we've got a header pipe hanging off the one mast as he gets black flag. Shower of sparks down the backstretch. Freight train off turn 4. Knight, Marquis. Trouble in turn 4. We've got them scattering all over the place. Caution is on the racetrack. In turn 4, the 569 and 60 get themselves all crossed up as we come down in lap number 9. Once again, Knight, Marquis. Knight gets on the gas. Here's the green. He takes him wide in a turn. Marquis barely cracks the throttle, gets on the gas, and rockets off turn 2 right behind Gary Knight. Punky Karen gets shuffled back as G.G. Gravel works up the outside of Colson. It's Knight, Karen, Knight and Marquis to the line. Knight and Marquis. Knight leads. Marquis works inside Knight. Still can't get the break. Goodenough waiting, so is Gravel. Karen back up to 5th. Boniface works on 6th. Here they come again for lap 12, 11. Marquis trying to run it way down inside. He can't get the bite he needs. Gary Knight protecting the inside. Anybody can run outside. It's going to get him. Gary Knight hangs on. Jerry Marquis, Rob Goodenough, G.G. Gravel, Punky Karen, and Jim Boniface just waiting for the chance to go by him. Knight has led from the start. Here comes Marquis up the inside, and there he is. On lap 14, the lead goes to Jerry Marquis. Marquis, Knight, Goodenough, Gravel, Karen, and Boniface. Marquis really opening up the lead on the backstretch now. Karen and Gravel battling for 4th place as they come off 4. There's the battle on the racetrack. Karen has 4th, Gravel 5th, Boniface 6th, Colson 7th, 8th is Rollins, 9th is Raymond, and 10th is Zeidema. Marquis. Looking for win number 3. Halfway now, halfway. The battle shaping up for 5th place as well. Nipper Alsop in trouble in the 7 as he goes to the outside. Alsop goes up to go in the pits, and the gate is closed. He's going to have to go around the other way. Here's Marquis. Gary Knight looking strong. Rob Goodenough 3rd. Karen 4th. Gravel 5th. 6th is Boniface. Then Colson, Rollins, Raymond, Zeidema, and Lenny Reynolds. And Alsop will shut it down in turn 3 because he can't get into the paddock area. Lap 21. Nipper Alsop has not been back to Monadnock since that gate was put in, and he had plans to go right into the pits, but there was no way to the inn. He took it over to turn 3 and parked it to get the caution. Your leader is Marquis. He's led from lap 14. Get lap 21. It's Marquis, Knight, Goodenough, Karen, Gravel, your top 5. Here they come. On the gas with the green. Around goes Alsop. Will Alger get out of the way in time? He's right across the track. Here's a caution flag. The field charging in on him. Is everybody going to get around okay or T-bone him? Ron Alger Jr. gets the Reese's. Everybody getting set. They start to turn the wick up. Marquis gets on it quickly. Here's the green. Marquis pulls away. Gary Knight, Goodenough, and Karen. Karen and Knight. And Goodenough will be in a battle for second very soon. Marquis with a good lead. Karen, whoa, right down inside Goodenough. He pinches him off. Goodenough's not going to give up that spot. On the backstretch, the 69 of Hightower comes to a stop, and the caution is out another time. And it looks like Goodenough and Karen will be back into their old ways here in a minute. Looks like Hightower may have lost it. I mean the engine, because it's just sitting over there. Whoa! Junior Colson spun out and he wasn't even up to speed. And by the looks, something has come unglued as steam or smoke begins to rise from the area of the carburetor on his car. He must have just hit the gas a little hard coming off the turn and turned himself around. Pepper did 2 weeks ago, and it's far less at stake. Quick start for Marquis again, and Karen's up the outside, trying to get around Goodenough as they come down to the line. And Karen is in front of Goodenough, and on the back bumper he gets a shot from Goodenough and another shot, and he gives one back to Gary Knight. Here comes Boniface up the inside. On the backstretch with 10 laps to go, it's Marquis, Knight. Here's Karen to the inside of Knight. Funky Karen goes into second, Knight third, Goodenough fourth, Gravel fifth, sixth is Boniface. Then it's Colson, Rollins, Raymond, and Seidema. Caution is out as we take out the 17 and the 1 on turn 2. All right, everybody squared away, except Mowry, and now Mowry's squared away. Street stocks and modifieds yet to come. Here they come. Marquis gets a start. Karen hangs back this time. Now the green is out. Everybody's on the gas. Look out in the backstretch. The 17 won Vermont 69, 44, 15, and 1 Mass. Well, Runnels in the 1, the 69 of Hightower, the 44 of Batchelor, the 15 of Seidema involved, the 17 of Alger coming over to ask him whether he was involved. He was involved. And it looks like Alger might have got a quick start on it. And also the one of Mowry into the infield, pit area. Alger coming in very quickly into that pit. Really in a hurry. That's not safe. His problems, he came crashing into that because he was on the gas by the time they all got sideways. Marquis, Knight. Get everybody caught up. Here's the green on the backstretch. Get everybody racing. Marquis, Knight, Karen, Goodenough. Karen looks inside Goodenough, up alongside him. Is he going to have room? He dives into the turn. There's going to be contact. And there is. Karen and Goodenough come together and take out the field. So once again, we restart the lap. Karen with a flat right rear tire got down inside Goodenough. They made contact, and the tire came down, and around he went. Bob Rugg in the 70s going in. He has a tire down, it looks like. Someone may win by attrition at the rate things are going. The problem for Goodenough is his dad, who's one of his crew members, is in the field. So if he needs help, the man who does most of the chassis work for him is on the racetrack. I guess he'll roll on by, slide in behind Bob Rugg, and now Boniface says, wait a minute, I was third. Well, no, you weren't. You were fifth by the score sheet. Just do it, Jim. That's where you go. Boniface and Rollins, here they come. Batchelor jumping on the outside. Now they slam and bam again. This time it's Mallory and Beckwith. Mallory stuck on the inside of the turn. The field's going to roll right on by that disabled race car, and now the caution comes out. Stay in single file. That should get everybody squared away okay. Is that right? Here they come, looking for green. Marquis once again. Marquis gets a good jump as they come pouring on down the line. Karen and Goodenough racing out of the back of the pack. Marquis, Knight. Laps taken away, 7 to go. Karen and Goodenough almost like they're drafting down the backstretch. Working on the back bumper of Mike Batchelor. Marquis way out ahead. Gravel trying to find a way to get around Knight and take that second spot. 5 laps to go now. 5 to go. Karen and Goodenough almost come together. They do come together. They don't stay off it. Karen is over the front of him. And both of them go and fly off the track again. Laps to go. Lap 31, restart of 32. Here they come, looking for the start. Lap 32, there it is. Karen up the outside after the green. Bob Goodenough goes around with a flat tire. Karen works the outside of Mallory. He's going to be in 4th, 5th place pretty quickly. Bob Goodenough is dead on the inside of the turn. Here comes a caution flag again. Flat tire on the 7 New Hampshire of Bob Goodenough will send him to the pits after the caution comes out. Funky a while back. So now you got Markey, Coulson, Rollins, Roger Raymond, who after getting thunked once has been staying out of trouble in this new ride he's picked up. With Rugg, Karen, Goodenough, Gravel, and Goodenough. It's a long wait to that 50-50 raffle, isn't it? Here they come. Once again, the Karen and the Goodenoughs work up the outside. Coming up to 33. One lap left if they can make it. Coulson's a little loose. Karen moves into 5th. It's Markey, Coulson, Rollins, Raymond, Karen. Here's Karen down inside Raymond to the line. It's Karen. Good finish 2 weeks in a row, and Jerry Markey finally gets his 3rd feature win of the season. And he'll be undone and out in a second. Help us celebrate our 20th anniversary night, NASCAR souvenir night. He'll be available for autograph signing and stuff in his truck, I guess I'm told later on, but I'll let him confirm that. Here he comes, Jerry Markey. Well, Jerry, I'll tell you, this wasn't the prettiest race you guys have run all season long, but it was pretty from where you were sitting.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought that was the longest race we ever ran here.
Well, I think the 100-lapper 2 weeks ago went quicker, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I think so. The car really ran good. Dougie did a super job. They got here late, no warm-ups, and the car ran real well tonight. I'd like to thank them guys and all the sponsors that they got that help us out here every week.
I had a note handed to me that you're going to be in the trailer later on tonight, after the races.
Yeah, we'll be in the trailer. We got T-shirts and sign autographs. A lot of drivers hang around after the races, so anybody that wants an autograph, they come down.
All right, Jerry Markey, win number 3, stays on top of the points. And Junior Coulson, minus half his car, and rumor tells me this is why we turn around here. They haven't seen you for a long time. What's today, Junior?
Not today, Monday, my birthday.
Your birthday. You'll be 29, right?
39 and holding.
Aren't we all? That's great. You left half your car behind, but it seemed to run pretty well finally.
Yeah, we finally got the bugs out of the car, and we had tire problems most of the season, and we finally got some tires to work for us, so we're really happy the way we finished. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, United Auto Salvage, Zeke Design, and the Brio family. They've been a big help the whole year.
All right, Junior Coulson, your second place finisher, celebrates his birthday, and all by himself up here, but listen, you can't complain. 2 good weeks in a row.
Yeah, we've been pretty lucky. There must be a horseshoe in this car somewhere, because we definitely didn't have a car that should have finished 3rd tonight.
Well, you had it for a win 2 weeks ago, and that helped the season long. A 3rd can't do you any harm.
it's great. I don't know what to say. My guy's done a great job again.
Okay, great. Third place finisher, Brett Rollins. We got to give away some money. Hang on here.
Drug the 4 is Pete Jarvis. The 104 Mass is Wayne Tack. The 33, Tim Creamer. The 73, Barry Johnson. And the 55, Jim Rule. As we get set to go racing in the late model street stock division, their feature event of 25 laps is about to get underway. The green flag is out. Into turn 1, darting out in front, it's Phil Meany in the 5, Massachusetts. Todd Patnode in car 24 ran very, very well in his qualifying event. Now trying to hold on for second, he gets all out of shape. Here comes Tom Stone, dicing it up as they go 3 wide down the front straightaway for the second spot. Off turn number 2, it's Bob Newcomb. Into second, Stone third. Here comes Barry Gray, Al Fitzgerald, Jay Ferrillo, Eddie Brio Jr., and Todd Patnode all dicing it up. As Fitzgerald appears to have a problem, a tough break for the 87X, and Brio goes around off turn number 2. Yellow flag is out on lap 3. Down the back straightaway, green this time by. Meany sets the pace down low. Car 5 Mass picks up the pace along with the rest of the field, and the green flag is back out in the late model feature event. Here comes Tom Stone up the inside with car 39, looking to take position number 2 away from Newcomb. Down the back straightaway, Meany leads. Here comes Stone up to second. Barry Gray looking to take third. He's got it off turn 4. Newcomb back to 4th. Batchelder 5th. Sixth is Robbie Bouchard. Bill Bree is 7th. 8th is Roger Shepard, and a lot of dicing it up among the pack just entering the top 10 now. Pete Jarvis, Jay Ferrillo, and Todd Patnode. Patnode gets shuffled to the back. Ferrillo and Jarvis are locked bumpers on the backstretch. They break free from each other. Back up front, it's Meany leading Stone, Gray, and Newcomb as they freight train off of turn number 2. Robbie Bouchard up to 5th. And we've got trouble off turn 2. Jim Rule goes around with car 55. Barry Johnson is also involved with the 73, and the yellow flag is out. Yellow is out on lap 7. Jim Rule goes around off turn 2. Also involved, the 73 car. Barry Johnson has a flat right front tire. And we're set for a restart on lap number 7 in the late model street stock feature event. Here they come off the turn. The green flag is back out, and Meany once again leads the field with Stone looking for racing room on the high side. He's got it as they come off turn 2. Stone puts the 39 out in front. Here comes Meany right back down low. The 5 Mass dives low in turn 4 and retakes the lead at the line. But back down into turns 1 and 2, Stone on the high side. They make contact. And Meany goes back out into the lead. Here comes Barry Gray, and we've got trouble in turn number 4. Bill Bree, Tim Creamer, and Roger Shepard come together. Yellow is back out. Bree has stalled in turn 4. A tough break for him. After running among the top 6, Bree runs into trouble. Also involved, or at least making contact, was the Roger Shepard car, along with the Tim Creamer machine, car number 33. Alongside Tom Stone in the 39. Barry Gray in the 29, Robbie Bouchard in the 48, and Bob Newcomb in the 7, New Hampshire. As we get set to go back to green, there's the green flag. Once again, Meany and Stone bring the field off turn 4. Heading into turn 1, they are side by side. And we've got trouble in turn 2. The point leader, Ed Stone, goes around. and everybody but Matt Weaver misses him. Weaver with no place to go, and we've got a caution flag. Sparks flew, definitely a flat tire for the 11 car. Weaver pulls away with the 69. Into turn number 3. Meany begins to tighten the rubber bands. Through the turns they come. He runs it up through the gearbox. Green flag is back out. And Barry Johnson and Roger Shepard get hooked together in turn number 4. Back under yellow, Johnson pulls off the racetrack just in time with car 73. Johnson and Roger Shepard get hooked together and off the turn. Meany with a full car length advantage. Barry Gray up the inside, looking to take second. Stone on the high side, down the back straightaway, looking to take the lead while feeling pressure from Barry Gray and Robbie Bouchard. And we've got trouble on the back straightaway. Roger Shepard has made contact with the wall. He got up in the air. Yellow is out. Hey, we got 10 in. Turn 3, Meany, Stone, Gray, Bouchard, Newcomb. Green is out. Off turn 2, Stone tags Meany. Everybody keeps going at a pretty good pace. Bree drops off the pace, and Weaver, they pull into the infield as Meany, Stone, Gray, Bouchard, and Newcomb continue to run among the top 5, heading down the back straightaway. Stone gets out of shape. Barry Gray dives low, and he's got the second spot by a nose, now by a full car length, as they hit through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Robbie Bouchard on the inside with car 48, looking for third. Jay Ferrillo has spun. Uh-oh. He gets off the racetrack right in time, and the yellow is back out. Amazingly 5-lap late model feature event. Here they come, and the green flag is out. Meany, Barry Gray, Tom Stone, Robbie Bouchard, and Bob Newcomb. Meany leads the field into turn number 3. Barry Gray right on his back bumper, looking for racing room. Tom Stone holds on to third with Robbie Bouchard right up to his back bumper. Battle for first and third on the racetrack with Bob Newcomb all alone in 5th, having a consistent run. Then in 6th, Pete Jarvis. 7th is Eddie Brio Jr. 8th is Bruce Batchelder Jr. 9th, Wayne Tack, and 10th, Dave Sutherland Jr. Battle for the lead off turn 2. Barry Gray down to the low side of the racetrack, has the advantage, and now off the turn, he's got the lead with car 29. It's been quite a while for Barry Gray, and now he's our leader. Down the back straightaway, Tom Stone moves up to 2nd. Meany back to 3rd. Meany and Stone come together, and Stone goes around off turn number 4. Contact is made, and Meany also goes around. We go back to yellow on lap 16. As Meany tried to regain the 2nd position, Stone tried to protect it, and you saw the results. Self and Ed Stone tonight just a little bit, or maybe a lot. We'll have to see in 9 laps. We'll have our answer to that. As Gray sets the pace now, green flag is out, and off the turn they are single file. Gray, Bouchard, Newcomb, Jarvis, Brio. Here comes Tack down low on Batchelder. There's the battle for the 6th spot, and Tack moves up a notch into the 6th position with a steady good run with car 104 Mass. Creamer heads to the high side. Batchelder with a problem in car 7. Three wide down the back straightaway for the 6th spot. Ed Stone moving up in car number 11. He has the 6th position. With 18 laps complete, Stone is moving back up. About a full straightaway in front of him is the top 5, starting with Eddie Rio Jr. and the 29 Junior working over Pete Jarvis for the 4th spot. Gray and Bouchard pulling away from the field. Here comes Rio back down low on Jarvis. Jarvis trying to hold on to the 4th position. And we've got trouble in turn number 4. Phil Meany and Barry Johnson just went for a wild ride. Barry Gray finds a way through. Everybody gets by with no problem. "20 laps complete, a wild ride taken by Phil Meany as he dove into the turn, made contact with Barry Johnson and got up in the air, went over the back end of the Johnson car. Your pace setter is Gray in the 29 down the back straightaway, slow and steady. They will begin to pick up speed as they approach turn 3, and here they come. Green is out. Gray leads them off the turn down into turn 1. Robbie Bouchard looks for racing room as he is now closing right in on Gray. Bouchard right up on the back bumper of the Gray 29, and he heads to the high side. Bouchard on the high side of the racetrack is looking for the number 1 spot. Wayne Foster and Jay Ferrillo have come together in turn 4, and the yellow is back out as Bouchard and Gray will have to renew their battle after the restart. Wayne Foster, the 00, and Jay Ferrillo in the 11 Vermont have come together. Ferrillo, 12 cars left on the grid. Gray and Bouchard. Bouchard pulls right up on the back bumper looking for a better start this time. Herb Drug getting a jump start at the back of the pack in the 16. And here they come. Now the green flag is out. A good start once again for Barry Gray in the 29. Robbie Bouchard closes right back in the 48. Pete Jarvis 3rd, Eddie Rio Jr. 4th, and Ed Stone 5th. Here comes Bouchard. This time by 22 laps complete, 3 to go. Looking to the high side is Bouchard with the 48. Barry Gray will try to hold him off down low with 2 laps to go. 2 laps for Barry Gray and Robbie Bouchard. Bouchard heads to the high side. Gray shuts the door into turn 1. Bouchard pulls right up on the back bumper, taps Barry Gray, and we've got trouble on the front straightaway. Bruce Batchelder Jr. has come in contact with another race car, and from our vantage point, we are unable to tell you which car that is. That appears to be the 39 of Tom Stone. That is the 39 car. Tom Stone came together with Bruce Batchelder Jr. with 1 lap remaining. A tough, can we complete this event right now with the 2 laps complete? Green is back out. Barry Gray, Robbie Bouchard recreate their battle for position number 1. Bouchard looking strong on the high side, taps Gray, and now heads to the high side. This time by will be white flag. Bouchard heads to the high side of the racetrack, makes it stick pretty good. Gray down low, tries to hold him off. It's Gray at the line, side by side into turn number 1, and Bouchard gets the advantage down the back straightaway. They're gonna go right down to the wire. It's Gray down low, Bouchard with the advantage up on the high side. And here they come, it's Robbie Bouchard with the winning car, 48. A great run for Bouchard, and a very close finish.
All right, we're giving away that great radio control car. Robbie Bouchard picks off a last lap win. That adds to his win skein of 4 now. Long time in coming. We're going to have to move right along to get these modifieds in time. 4
1:48 takes the win in the late model feature event. Robbie, that was a very close finish. Looked like you were going to run out of time at first, but you bested the outside groove and bested Barry Gray as well.
Yeah, we finally got to run a couple laps in a row there, and we jumped to the outside of Barry, gave me all the racing room we needed. We had a hell of a race between me and Barry. Excellent.
Who would you like to thank for this 4th win of the season?
Oh, we got to thank our sponsors, Pittsburgh Metal Fabrications, the Honda store, Auto Machine who builds the power under the hood, and I got to thank the owner, Jerry Tardy.
Congratulations. Robbie Bouchard gets his 4th win of the season in the late models. Barry Gray finishes 2nd with car number 29, and finishing 3rd, Pete Jarvis in car number 4.
Ready to go, 35 laps. The modifieds on their way, and here we are. Trouble in the turn. Zaviza, DeRoyne, Bachelor, sliding through the dirt on the high side, Maroka. 1 lap in, Zaviza gets in deep. Bodge comes up there with him, as does Bachelor. Schofield to the outside, Albro down inside, Rudolph, Cole, Brown. Look out! Everybody hangs on, nobody makes contact, and the field straightens out. Wild ride for Jarvis. Here's Bachelor moving up. Albro, Schofield, Rudolph, Cole, Brown, and Jarvis. Then it's Marquis, D'Alessandro, Radwick, and Bateman. Schofield and Rudolph closing in on Monteith. Monteith working slower traffic. There's going to be a serious traffic jam here. DeRoyne trying to get by the slower cars and make room. DeRoyne and Monteith just ahead of the leaders. They'll drop low, and now the lead cars can work their way through traffic as Schofield gets on the bumper of Albro. Albro trying to work around DeRoyne as they all go by the 87, who's down 2 laps now. Your leaders, Dennis Albro. Brian Schofield goes 2nd, Rudolph 3rd, Cole 4th, Jarvis 5th, Marquis, D'Alessandro, Radwick, Brown, and Bateman. Now Monteith is beginning to get it together and pull away. Here's Schofield to the inside. Not enough. He may try again. Bateman down the backstretch moving up. Rudolph into the back of Schofield. Dennis Albro. A long time since he's had any luck here. Jarvis working outside, and he loses a spot to Marquis. Whoa, D'Alessandro almost gets that lap car. Diving into turn 4. They're all running hard. Schofield really putting the pressure on Dennis Albro. Rudolph putting the pressure on Schofield. Here comes Marquis to the inside. Lap traffic really affecting how this field is running as Cole comes across the infield. Baroka way out there with a flat right front tire. D'Alessandro moves up. Albro running strong. Schofield, Rudolph, Cole, Marquis, Jarvis, and Radwick. D'Alessandro, Bateman, Brown, and DeRoy. Beyond the halfway mark, look out! Tire down! Trouble on the 73. Cole spins and a caution comes out. Lap number 20 just getting started. Baroka with a flat tire, it looks like on the right front, gets sent to the infield. Jerry Marquis looks like he has a tire down, maybe two, and all of a sudden Schofield, who was running second, Cole has a flat right rear. Schofield's got some serious problems as he limps into the pits. Monteith got off to a bad start. He's trying to get in to get help. And right now, Schofield is just limping down pit road. Don't know what happened to him. Come. Whoa, look out. Hang on. Caution on the racetrack. DeRoy, Marquis, Monteith. Restart, lap number 20. As they head down the backstretch. Radwick wants it. Radwick has his nose in there. Here comes Rudolph. Marty Radwick, Dunk Rudolph, Rudolph. Albro Bateman, Marquis and Brown, Monteith. Radwick, Rudolph, Albro, Bateman. Marquis works the outside in fifth spot, trying to move up the outside of Bateman and Albro. Marty Radwick in the 21. Rudolph goes second. Albro third. Bateman fourth. Marquis fifth. Monteith seventh. Albro gets a shot. Bateman can't get underneath. Monteith waiting in sixth, waiting for something to happen to help him out. Bateman finally outside Albro. He'll work his way around Albro and way outside the 133. Jack Bateman moves into third and turns up the wick. Albro's got to fight off Marquis and Monteith now as they work around lap traffic. Lightning sparkling up above. Marty Radwick with only 3 laps to go. Radwick with 2 to go. Rudolph, Bateman, Marquis, Albro, Monteith, Jarvis, and D'Alessandro with Ted Brown. 1 lap for Marty Radwick. 1 to go. Radwick, Rudolph, Bateman, Marquis. Here they come. Marty Radwick, Dunk Rudolph, Jack Bateman, Jerry Marquis, and Kirby Monteith. On our 20th anniversary weekend, our souvenir book covered the first 10 years. Marty's last win came in 1981, and Jack Bateman was here when we opened in 1971. So we've got the first 10 years covered. And in just a minute, we're going to have our winner out here, and you'll hear what happened since last time he was here. If you weren't here before, Marty put this car on its roof on the backstretch. And a happy man he'll be. Not to mention the $1,000 he gets for winning. I don't say I was in a room inside that thing, frankly. Your modified feature winner tonight, Marty Radwick. Hey, Marty. Remember the last time you won here?
Geez, that's tough to remember. I don't remember when the last time I won was. Rob Solom's car, 88, I think.
It might have been, but in this car, in the 21, it was July 31st, 1981. You had back-to-back wins, 3 wins in the whole season. And what have you done since the last time you were here?
We've had an awful tough year. I was out of racing for a few years, and then some of my friends put this car together, and we figured we'd race about 10 times a year, and been doing nothing but wrecking the car. Just unfortunate, but they worked real hard, and tonight this is for them. I'm just so happy. I don't know what to say.
Well, happy for us too. Help us celebrate 20 years, and it's been 10 years since you won in this car, and it's got to feel good.
Yeah, it feels real good. I'm telling you, I just don't know what to say. It's great.
Your winner, Marty Radwick. Let's move up the line. We got some other guys who've done a lot for the racing tonight, and Dunk, you got the cast off. Did that have anything to do with how it ran?
Well, I think I had a little more confidence tonight, being able to run in close and not be afraid to get hit, I guess. So, yeah, I think it made a little difference.
Had to feel good to see only 1 car ahead of you when he came down the line.
Yeah, I didn't have enough to catch up with him, but I was figured if he made a mistake, I'd be there. But I didn't think Manny's going to make a mistake. So.
No, anybody who runs races with 1 hand doesn't make too many. Congratulations, 2nd place to Dunk Rudolph, and nice to see him back on Victory Lane circuit. A couple of visits this year, and Jack, the old 17 ran pretty well tonight.
Yeah, it ran pretty well, and we were able to keep the air in all 4 tires tonight.
That makes a big difference. You think back on it, do you ever have any memories of 20 years of racing here at Monadnock?
Oh, I have lots of good memories of Monadnock, the old dirt days and the old asphalt dirt days. And
we call that half asphalt.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Jack Bateman, our 3rd place finisher, nice to see you here. And we'll be back next Friday night with our New England Auto Body Night and our Mini Stock Championship.